Hi everyone, I'm Kate Cashman from ikigaIwellness.com.au and I'm a rest and renewal coach, and this is my very first vlog. I actually love being able to say that because vlog as a word just cracks me up so much. So my first video blog, if we're being technical. So I figure there's never a perfect time to do something like this, and I've been inspired by some of the people that I am coaching with and learning alongside, who have got their big girl panties on with things that are making them really nervous. So I'm taking this inspiration from them, and a big shout out to them for this post. Now, this one I've called The Glorification of Busy, a Personal Tale. And it absolutely is a personal tale. This is almost a continuation from a post that I'd written earlier on the blog, a written post called Dear 14-Year-Old Me. Now, that post was all about, and please feel free to check it out at the blog, but that post was all about the way I grew up going through school, both high school, college, and then on to university, where I did a business law degree with first class honours. And what I really found was I learnt from a very early age to be a workaholic, but I loved what I did, and I always love what I do. I don't necessarily do anything that I don't love, but I loved everything. I did music, I did debating, I did public speaking competitions nationally, I did all sorts of stuff. And what that actually ended up landing me in was workaholism from an early age. I had 2 bouts of glandular fever. I was highly stressed without realising it. I became a very anxious student. I'm now doing a law PhD. That's coming to an end very soon, and that's only exacerbated that stress and anxiety. So when I started reading this particular book, Adriana Huffington's Thrive, this book is fantastic if you are busy, stressed, you're feeling like you are just so busy you can hardly scratch yourself. I really want to read a sentence from this book because I just think for those of us that are busy professionals, it rings so true. And this is just in the introduction. We need to redefine what we value and change workplace culture so that working till all hours and walking around exhausted becomes stigmatised instead of lauded. So coming from a background in law, where a lot of the time the competition was who could send the latest email and who could turn the light off last and leave the office last, I was always geared for that work area of workaholism, or it was in my work area. And so I suppose I saw myself as always busy. And there was that age-old question, hi, how are you? And I'd always answer, oh my goodness, I'm so fantastic. I'm so busy. And I realised I had a problem, that I was glorifying being busy when other people would say something to me like, oh, I'm so busy. I'm working, every day, Monday to Friday, and it's just, I'm so busy. And I'd think, sometimes I'd say, oh, so what are you doing outside of work? And they'd say, oh, nothing, but, my paid 9 to 5 is just so busy. And when I found myself judging people like that, going, oh my gosh, that's not busy. Busy is working 9 to 5. Busy is having 2 kids on top of that and being on lots of committees and doing all this stuff. Do you know what I realised? Was that it was me that had the problem, and I was glorifying busy, and I was addicted to the busy, and I was addicted to that conversation. And so I saw part of the reason for my busyness was 3 factors, and you might identify with this. The first was I was a yes girl. I said yes to everything. I wanted to be able to please everyone. I was taught that if you said yes, had a breadth of experience in whatever you were doing, that could only complement your CV, could only complement your work life. You become someone who is well-rounded because you're experienced in a lot of different areas. So I was absolutely a yes person. Now, the second point that I think really influenced my addiction to being busy was I was a people pleaser. And that's not a bad thing necessarily, but I found that I would say yes because I really wanted to do things for other people all of the time. And I certainly wasn't listening to myself as the number one consideration. And the third thing was that I was so busy doing all of these things, but I hadn't, up until that point, questioned what I was really passionate about and what my purpose was, and whether all of these things that I was doing were actually furthering that purpose or in line with that purpose or not. And so once I started questioning that, once I started to say no, and this was something that I'd been doing for almost all of my life. So it was a hard thing to crack. It was a hard nut to crack. So I started saying no if it didn't serve me. I started pleasing myself first, and if it pleased me and it also pleased other people, that was great. And I aligned everything up against my purpose and my passion. And I did a lot of self-work on this. If it didn't line up, well, I didn't do it. And there was something so empowering about that. And so now my life is still full. I'm a very multi-passionate person, and I love all the different aspects of my life: academic, coaching, my beautiful friends, my beautiful family. I'm a very loyal and supportive member of my tribe. And so I still do a lot of those things. I'm never going to be someone that's not on the go, as all of my friends would attest to. But I don't see my life as being busy now, because I am not just saying yes to please other people, and I'm aligning everything with my purpose and passion. I'm not glorifying busy anymore. What I'm doing now is ensuring my life is full with fantastic and fabulous things. And so I don't have the same levels of stress and the same levels of anxiety. I still have pretty full-on days, and it's not that I have lots of big patches of time to do lots of things, but I do have a totally different mindset. So when someone asks me now, hey, how you going? I don't answer with, oh my gosh, I'm so busy. I'm so exhausted. Let's have a little subconscious competition as to who's more busy and who's more exhausted. It's, I'm great. If I'm genuinely great, which most of the time I am, I'm great. Life's fantastic. How are you? Tell me something fabulous. Rather than, oh my gosh, I'm so busy. So if that's you, maybe focusing on those three things is going to be helpful for you too. Learning to say no if it doesn't serve you, pleasing yourself first, and finding out whether what you're saying yes or no to and filling your days with is furthering your passion and your purpose. Because if it's not, why are you doing it? We have so limited time. So it's been so fantastic doing this first vlog. I still love it. Vlog. Still doing this vlog with you today. I've done one take only. I'm not going to edit this. I'm going to stick this up on the website, and I hope you enjoy it. I'd love to hear from you. If you feel like you're just too busy, you just need to slow down, we should absolutely connect, because I see you, I hear you, and I feel you, and I'm so been in your shoes. So I'm signing off with love, lightness, and laughter as always. Bye for now.